What's up, guys? Welcome back to After the Storm. Welcome back to the NHL 06 Dynasty Mode series. We have had a little bit of tumultuous last couple games here. 4-3 Buffalo. That was an overtime loss, I believe. Was it an overtime loss? Hold on. Was it an overtime loss? I cannot remember. So I'm not sure. I know Buffalo came back late in the game. I think this is an overtime loss against us. I'm about 90% sure. It all kind of starts blurring together here when I record different days on it. That Buffalo game was a bit of a heartbreaker. A very late goal. Seemed like we had it in the bag. Jochen Hecht gets a late goal. I believe they go on to win in overtime. And then Carolina here, 3-2 loss. Late in the game, they scored 2 goals in the final minute. Big difference. Yeah, tough one. Very tough. So Cujo back in the net for this one. Florida 16-5-0. Looks like they're on a bit of a losing streak right now. And we made some line changes. Chara off the top pair. He's been a bit of a liability. I know he had penalty trouble earlier in the year, especially in the last time we played the Florida Panthers. And right now he's just, in terms of skating, he's just an incredibly slow hockey player. So he might, as it stands right now, Redden is the better D, and I think it's hilarious to think that, because obviously in real life Ottawa would make that decision. They would stick with Redden over Chara, and Chara would obviously go on to the Bruins and become this sort of unbelievable hockey player. But at this point in time, Chara is a great trade piece, and if we can bring in somebody who's relatively the same size but can skate better, that's a huge win for us. So we're not quite there yet. We want to make sure that if this is the case, that we actually exhaust all those options first. And if we can keep Chara, we of course will. But if he is the key to getting a huge trade done at some point in the season, we might go that route as well. So we'll go ahead and get into the preview portion of this episode. But just before we do, as always, a reminder, hit like down below if you like today's video. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to the channel. Helps me out considerably. And hit that notification bell beside it just in case you want these videos as soon as they upload to the channel. Alright, so taking a look at our two teams, we have just, with those 2 losses, we have dropped back out of the playoff race. But right now we have the advantage everywhere. Actually, being at home, we have the advantage over Florida everywhere. But again, what we noticed about Florida, even though we had some of the advantages when we played them the first time in the season, in that 8-4 loss, really was the fact that this is a team that is killer. Like, they get their chances and they make good on them immediately. They have a lot of speed up front. Christian Huselius, all the Jokinen very good as well. They're a very solidly built team, and that's what we have to be kind of cognizant of, or aware of, that this is a team that can score a goal at any time. And our goaltending matchup, again, Cujo getting back in the net has not been great to start the season. Again, we mentioned Chara as a trade chip earlier in the episode here. Cujo very well could be that too. If he's just not able to be that kind of 1B option for us with Hasek, we might move him for somebody who can be, somebody who we have a little bit more faith in. Both goalies, 98, 97, all 3 stars across the board. This should be a goaltending duel, and I'm sure I'm going to eat those words, because every time I've said this should be a goaltending duel, it turns into an absolute shootout. And lastly, just kind of going over Florida here. They do have a couple injuries here. They're coming off a 3-1 loss to the Montreal Canadiens in their last matchup, a team we've had our own troubles with this season. And Metze and Van Ryn out for them a little bit long term as well, both in coming back in January, so they're going to be out for another month or so. Now, again, we've talked about this in previous episodes. These, how do I point at this? There we go. These ones, these sort of, these injuries are never sort of like descriptor accurate. Like, bruised rib should not take you out for a month, but we just kind of ignore that because we've seen like bruised shin and it's like a 2-month injury before, so we just kind of ignore that. We just say it's a major injury. Anyways, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. New lines, refresh start. Let's try and get a win back against one of the top teams in the league. A big matchup as we hit about the quarter point of the season here. We've had a couple back-to-back heartbreaking losses, so let's hopefully we can get ourselves back in the win column. Maybe even just grab a point out of this. This is a team that really was really good when we faced them earlier on in the season. And of course, Bobby Lou in net. Luongo has been very good. Some changes in the lineup. Chara off the top pair. Volchenkov comes up after he has been just excellent. He'll be that defensive presence with Redden running most of the offense. Here's Heatley. Shot on. Good save early from Luongo there. And oh, man. Spezza all alone in front. He had a great chance. And there's right back the other way, Stephen Weiss. Luongo gets an assist off of his save. Spezza all alone in front. Alfredson with Luongo down and out. And that one turns right around and Cujo lets in the first shot he sees. Again, I wonder how long we really should be waiting before we start looking at trade options. It's been a tough go so far. Smolinski a shot there. That pass meant for Bondra doesn't get there. And who is that? That's Audette. Speedy Donald Audette. Smolinski the shot there. Good save again. Testing Luongo early, but he has certainly been better than the first meeting between our teams. Simpson in, kind of not the guy we expect to be around there, but he does get a shot on and forces a whistle. This will be very interesting. I mean, we've seen teams at the bottom of the league already, like Buffalo and stuff, like make moves. Oh, that pass just missed Spezza. A chance there. Looking for a tip there, but the rebound pops out, and Alfredson, the captain, gets on the board. Heatley with a rare assist early on in the season here. And Volchenkov, his impact, not what we expected. His impact already being felt on the offensive end. So we made a change to this line as well, and that's Dean McCammon moving up. Renberg's going to move down to the fourth line. I've really liked Renberg's game here. It's actually Leclerc that I feel has been kind of the letdown on this line. But I don't want to take Leclerc and drop him to the fourth line on account of, I think his usefulness is most likely tied to Lindros. But we'll see. We'll see. If we got to break up that Legion of Doom line, again, with Leclerc just not being, his impact just has not really been there so far this season. So we'll see what we got to do there. I think Redberg's been pretty solid, all things considered. Not a star player. Stopped there by Cujo. Tough to break up the fourth line here as well because they've been really good. Shot there goes wide. Dude, Audette is so fast. Oh, there's a chance. I think that was Weiss again. Oh, turnover. Backhander on. Oh, that one looked like it might have been heading behind Luongo there. Backhander on. Luongo plays it out. Nieuwendyk, who had a great game in our first meeting. Ooh, there's a big hit. There's Heatley. Alfredson after he lost it. Final minute here. Maybe time for one more play on either end. Doesn't look like it will be, so that'll end the first. Cujo lets in his first shot he sees against Stephen Weiss, but we come right back. Managed to tie this one up. Alfredson the goal off of the Volchenkov rebound. That's just a perfect play there. We head to the second period, tied up 1-1. Shot Florida 15-6 in that first period. Nice little answer period, especially after the goal. Oh, Alfredson in again. Alfredson has been all over this game early on. Good hit by Volchenkov. Oh, Heatley! Sharp angle, didn't get the shot away. Love that hit from Volchenkov. So far, small sample size, but he has been really good on the top line. Oh, Bondra. Not sure where that went. That looked like maybe it hit the crossbar.
This young player is going to be a star in the league if he isn't already. In just 4 NHL seasons, this 23-year-old Czech has already racked up 96 goals, 219 points. And Jimmy possesses blinding speed, and he's fearless driving to the net. Here comes
Jokinen dancing through. Backhander on. There's a hook, no call. Goodness. Audette just skating around everybody. And scores. Yikes. Getting a lot of that play just starts simply from Audette being able to skate past the defenders. It's a tough one. Oh, and Nieuwendyk, a clean shot.
There's no way the goalie even saw that puck. He teed it up and let it rip.
And just like that, Florida opens up a 2-goal lead. Good block by Redden there. Spezza going down the ice, and Sean Hill, jeez. The speed on Sean Hill there. Heatley shot there is blocked. It's like blocked by Spezza. A couple chances there. Solid save by Cujo, but again, he is... Jeez.
Shots are 17-15 for Ottawa. Out they come to center. And over to Leclerc.
McCammond, shot on, good chance. Really like Dean McCammond so far this season. He's been very solid. Total line's going to win that one. So, again, a tough second period here. That goal right there, not a great one to give up for Cujo. And then, immediately after, he lets in a clean slap shot from Joe Nieuwendyk. So, tough sequence there. There's Jokinen a shot on. Bad turnover by Lindros. Both our defense are below the goal line. Cried check back. Big hit by Bondra. Oh, Jelena. Good save by Cujo. Chance in front, looking for the rebound. Oh, Havlat on the wraparound. That nearly goes. So it would have been a pivotal goal heading to the third. Well, Chekhov shoots it into a crowd. So far, I've liked Volchenkov's game. He's been standing players up at the blue line. Oh, great chance there. Back in front. Nope. Pass was off, and that'll do it for the second period. Florida throws in 2 more goals and leads 3-1 as we head to the third. So tough second period. Hopefully we can bring ourselves back into this one. Top line will have to be into this one for sure if we're going to get back. Alfredsson's got the lone goal. Cujo, come on, just come out and play that one, dude. Here's Spets. Heatley, backhander on. Oh, mad scramble in front. There's Heatley again. Alfredsson shot. Oh, the rebound was kind of hanging around, but Luongo has been very solid in this one. Unlike that first time, like he looked really weak in the first meeting between our teams earlier on in the season, but this one he's looked really good. There's Havlat. Chara just cannot keep up with this. Bondra, Havlat, there it is. Havlat pounces on the rebound in front. The guys are fired up on that one. Has a huge goal here in the third. Can we continue the momentum? Hopefully get some more. Here's Lindros. Lindros in. Backhander on. Good chance there. Big save. Ooh, and Leclerc was in front. Good stand up by Simpson, and Leclerc's going to turn it back. There's McCammon, and Lindros in. Shot. Oh my goodness, what a save by Luongo. Back in front. Good saves there so far by Cujo. Hasn't been tested a ton in this period, but... And there's McCammon in. Chance. Great save again. Luongo. He's definitely been the best player for Florida in this one. There's McCammon. Backhander on. Good toe save. McCammon's at the end of a long shift. Good hit by Chara. Shot there. Time running out.
Martin Havlat, another of the great players to the NHL from the Czech Republic.
Heatley off the bench. 5:39 there.
This player will be able to add one more to his point total. When he connected on that goal earlier,
13 goals already on the season for all Jokinen. It's pretty good.
let's see what else he comes up with. They're getting ready for the face-off. Behind the net. Ottawa trails by one late in the third.
Like there.
Here's Daniel Alfredson.
There we go. An opportunity here. Top line coming out. Over. Spezza scores. There we go. Heatley, a couple of assists in this one, and we've battled our way back. Is even that one-timer, man. Luongo got a huge piece of that. Nearly stopped it. But Florida's offense has more or less come to a standstill in the third. They kind of relaxed a bit. Tried to hold the lead, and here's Spezza in again. Spezza, oh, just nearly tucked it. Big hit there. Big hit by Havlat. Turns back the other way. Heatley, shot on. Big save. Looks like a change is on again. Heatley there. Try to work that one to Smolinski. Smolinski. And that is offside. Final minute. We have battled our way back in this third after it looked real bad. There's Phillips. Havlat, shot. Good save. Over to Bondra. Oh, that one nearly trickled in off the deflection. Good hit there. Not the defensive pairing we'd like out there at this point in time, but Bondra back. Backhander on. Easy save for Luongo. Oh, geez. Weird bounce off the glass there. Oh, Alfredson's still in there looking for it. Spezza there. Spezza can't get the shot away, so we will head to overtime. We do get a point at the very least. Now we hunt for 2 against the Panthers. All right, back for overtime. Hero line out. Jokinen tried to walk out from behind the net. Did not work. Spezza already with a goal in this one. And that's a big save. Good draw win there. Redden down low, gets pinned. Ooh, throws him off. Shot there, side of the net. Spezza. Well, I guess he's got a lane. Good chance there, but Luongo with a nice stop. Spezza finding room again. Big shot on. Volchekov shot. Alfredson turns, fires. Maybe Volchekov gets a tip, but Luongo is there for a big save. It's a good strip by Smolinski on a player in Nieuwendyk who's been a thorn in our side for sure. Smolinski shot. Big save there. Bondra, nice move to create some space. Down low. Oh, looking for Smolinski backdoor. And this is the slow defensive unit. Alfredson back out. Oh, off the post, Smolinski. Alfredson's shot was blocked. And then Smolinski hits the post with a wide open net. 2:21 to go in the overtime session. Again, if we do go to the shootout, we are going to take our controller off and just hopefully let the AIs do it. Spezza! Oh my goodness, another great toe save. Back in front, Alfredson coming across. And Luongo with a huge save. My goodness. Finding ways to get a piece of all of those shots. Nieuwendyk winning. There's a play. Nieuwendyk tried. Good break up by Char on that one. Bondra shot. Big save. Changes on. Bondra keeping it. Shot on again. Good save. Spezza. Down low to Bondra. And Hill's going to get there and intercept that one. Hill way wide. Couple chances for Weiss. One goes off the post. Havlat just interrupted that one enough. Here's the Lindros and Leclerc. Over to Lindros, scores! The losing streak is over. Leclerc shows his presence. For once, he's been so quiet to start this season, but a great feed there. And Lindros buries it, the comeback win against one of the top teams in the league. 4-3 in OT. We'll jump out and preview our next one. All right, a big overtime win. That one just felt good. Battled back, down 3-1. Cujo not his strongest game, but he did recover, I'd say, during that one. But Florida continues their losing streak. We end ours. That's a huge 2 points for us, and a little bit of momentum. So one couple things I really liked out of that game. Volchenkov moving up to the top line, the top pairing, was really good. I did not like that second pairing. Again, they're very slow. So that's something I got to keep an eye on. I'm not going to change it yet, but if that's the case, like I really did want to move Pache to play with Chara and Phillips down to the third pair, but as of right now, we'll just kind of leave it and see if it hopefully isn't too bad. So no emails coming out of that one. I'm not sure. I don't believe this is the second half of a back-to-back. No, just a couple days later. So, again, I don't think Cujo was terrible in that game. He stopped 25 of 28. He saw. I think we'll go back to Hasek, though, in our next one here against New Jersey. Previewing our next matchup, just as a reminder, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that notification bell so you can get these videos as soon as they upload. So not too much dividing our teams here in this one. We certainly have an overall advantage, but I think there's a big X factor in goal for the New Jersey Devils in this one. They are sporting a 2.16 goals against average as a team so far this season. That's big because I'm pretty sure that's the best in the league. And it makes sense. They probably have the best goaltender in the world at this point in time. Maybe Luongo's up there, Theodore at this time as well. But I mean, if you think about this era of hockey and goaltending, you think Martin Brodeur. So we're sitting 9th. New Jersey's in 6th. Again, we big 2 points in our last game. It didn't move us up the standings at all. Our division has been really good to start the season, so it's going to be kind of an uphill climb in that regard. But yeah, our goaltending matchup here, a classic one, Hasek, Brodeur. Hasek and Brodeur really get debated in the top 3 conversation all the time. Patrick Waugh in there as well. But Brodeur, even on the road, a 98 overall. Very, very good. 3 stars across the board. Hasek, low right, 5-hole. He's got 2 stars in that one. So Hasek's been certainly the better of our 2 goalies thus far. So no complaints there. He is our number 1 at this point in time, as Cujo still kind of struggles to kind of find his footing in this season. So we move on with Hasek and a big matchup in our next one against New Jersey. And just like coming off that Florida game, their most recent game was a loss to the Montreal Canadiens, and same with the New Jersey Devils. They're coming off a 3-2 loss against the Habs in their last game. Again, look at that. The goals, 4 goals against there, 48-41, and we have 60 and 54. I think we're probably one of the higher scoring teams in the league. I don't think that's crazy to think, but it is kind of surprising they're so low and kind of even on their goal totals. But this is this era of New Jersey. They played the most defensive, frustrating system in hockey. And in terms of injuries, they've also got 2. Kozlov and Suglobov both out. It doesn't look like either of them are. I don't believe. I doesn't look like either of these are playable injuries, so they are out, but they're not out for much longer for New Jersey, which is certainly a positive. Anyways, guys, that will wrap it up. We have a huge matchup in our next one against the New Jersey Devils. I'm just gonna go take a look here. Looks like we go on a little 2-game road trip after this. Nice revenge game in our next one against Carolina. Then we get the Islanders, who are struggling, and the Bruins. So I think Cujo's going to get that Islanders game here. And then obviously we have a big matchup again against the Montreal Canadiens, against Boston. And then right back to Boston here. So get a little West Coast road swing. It'll be nice to see some fresh teams. LA in there as well. So we'll get to see a bunch of teams. And Calgary is the top team in the league right now. So that'll be interesting to see, is just playing all these different teams, seeing all these different players. So we got a nice little Western Conference road swing coming up here, but we got to get through this next portion of schedule, and hopefully we can continue our winning ways. So anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Again, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. Throw a comment down below. There are a handful of teams that are struggling early on in the season that we would look at for potential trade partners. Again, we're looking at defense mostly, but we might also need a true backup goaltender for the rest of the season. So we'll see where that goes, but we're going to start kind of exploring that avenue right now. Again, thanks guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.